On May 11, 1997, the greatest mind in human history sat across a wooden table in Manhattan, visibly shaking. He was about to surrender to an intelligence he described as completely alien. Welcome to the channel. We analyze the complex geopolitical shifts that shape our modern world, and this specific day provides the blueprint for the technological arms race we live through now. The combatants were Garry Kasparov, the reigning world chess champion, and Deep Blue, a supercomputer engineered by IBM. Strategic analysts recognized the event as a high-stakes proxy war for computing supremacy, with the winner proving they owned the most effective decision-making architecture on the planet. Kasparov was the ultimate product of the Soviet strategic machine. Widely considered an unmatched genius, he walked into the room carrying the weight of humanity's honor on his shoulders. Opposing him was the absolute apex of American corporate engineering. The year prior, in 1996, Kasparov had handily defeated an earlier version of the machine. The global expectation was that he would easily repeat the performance. The world tuned in to witness human intuition firmly assert its dominance over algorithmic brute force. But as the 1997 rematch got underway, the machine's behavior suddenly changed. Kasparov set an obvious trap, offering up pawns. Instead of taking the bait, Deep Blue played a profoundly defensive move, sliding a pawn to a6. It then moved its bishop to e4, choking off Kasparov's offensive lines and neutralizing his counterplay. At the time, this level of long-term strategic foresight was considered impossible for a computer. It terrified Kasparov, who later labeled it the hand of God. That single, sophisticated decision began to fracture the champion's psychological resolve. He quickly descended into paranoia. Kasparov grew openly suspicious that IBM was cheating, convinced that human grandmasters were secretly feeding moves into the machine from a backroom. Which brings us to May 11th. When an exhausted Kasparov sat down for the final game, he was already defeated in his own mind. The final match collapsed rapidly. Kasparov blundered almost immediately, realized he was entirely cornered, and abruptly resigned after a mere 19 moves. The human champion was broken. The machine had won. IBM's stock price rose 15% in the weeks following the victory, as investors realized the commercial potential of high-speed decision-making. The match validated the concept of narrow AI, the idea that specialized algorithms could outperform human expertise within a defined domain if they had sufficient processing power. Global defense departments and tech giants recognized the implications, triggering massive investment in server farms designed to process complex simulations at speeds humans couldn't match. While modern neural networks use different architectures, Deep Blue's victory proved that computational scale could solve strategic problems previously reserved for human intuition. This set the stage for the automated systems now used in high-frequency trading and predictive military modeling. The victory signaled a transition in global strategy, where computational capacity began to rival nuclear stockpiles as the primary measure of a nation's strength, the beginning of the Silicon Cold War. But there is a final irony regarding the masterful hand of God move that broke Kasparov. IBM engineers later revealed Deep Blue hadn't uncovered a masterful strategy. Instead, its algorithm got stuck in an infinite calculation loop. To prevent the system from crashing, the code defaulted to a failsafe. It picked a move completely at random. Kasparov fell victim to his own paranoia over a software glitch. He assumed he was fighting a superior consciousness, but he was actually just reacting to a random error. If you want to understand the technological forces shaping our history, hit subscribe for more 5-minute